In today's episode. But I don't want to swap toner. Laptop battery replacement not what you think. You can close the ticket, I only needed to open it for my metrics. Come fix it at lunchtime. Your CEO. Your CEO. Your CEO. Your CEO. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. But I don't want to swap toner. So another story from a school I used to work in. One of the projects I had rolled out was to remove half our printers and automation of toner replacements to departments. When a printer hit a 20% toner alert, it would trigger an automated system that would order more toner for that printer, and our printer provider would ship new toner. For example, if IT hit 20% black toner, suddenly a new toner would be shipped to the School ATTN IT Department. The purpose of this was that it meant that IT didn't need to store and delivery toner. One flow on from this was that all staff were shown how to change toner, open flap, pull out plastic ribbon and install. Easy. This came with a policy that the executive signed off on, that IT would only train staff on toner replacements, not do actually replace them. Since IT weren't needed to order/swap toner, we wouldn't do it for you. If you submitted a ticket asking for more toner, it was automatically closed, informing the teacher to check their storeroom and swap the toner themselves, reminding them a new toner was on its way. Each department always had a spare in their office, and only once in that time did we run into an issue where a department went through a whole toner in one day. Though this one teacher believed swapping toner was above her. She learned sending in tickets doesn't help, so would call us. This is a combination of multiple calls. IT, hello, how can we help you? Self-entitled teacher, set the toner is out. Come and replace it. IT, sure, are you there right now? We can send someone over now to show you how to swap the toner. Set, no. I don't swap toner, that is an IT job. IT, as you know, IT only shows you how to do it. Staff must swap their own toner. Set, okay. Come here now. I got over to the office, and like she would sometimes do, she had taken off, leaving a note saying something like, I had an urgent student issue to attend, please swap toner. Since myself and the rest of helpdesk were well aware of her methods, we just updated the note, added, please see guide above printer. Each printer had a series of photos showing them how to change toner. I even checked there was spare toner in her staff room. I went back to IT, created a ticket and noted, teacher was not in office. Please see guide attached and install toner. If you would like IT, please let us know in a time you are around so we can teach you. This was the afternoon, so I logged off and went home. Next morning I come into a yelling email that she had been unable to printer, it was all my fault, and as a result the world was ending. The entire executive was CC'd and made out that I was a horrible person. I calmly responded that we had attended right away, made sure instructions were they, and even attached them to a ticket. Stated when we arrived we saw a note saying she was attending an urgent student issue. And also included references to a dozen other tickets about her refusal to follow the guide. Within half an hour I got a singular reply from one of the executive member thanking me, and to close the ticket, they will deal with it themselves. I found out later that the executive were sick of her self-entitled actions, and that she was getting an official warning over this. The big reason, there had been no urgent student issue, and she had gone to get a coffee. Her lying about student issues had been a step too far. Ironically, with no further help required, she suddenly could swap toner. Laptop battery replacement not what you think. Quick one but facepalm pretty hard. Happened this morning. User is a new employee. Position is work from home full-time. User had issues getting on the VPN on her first day last week. She had never used one before. Well, this morning she called in and this was the conversation. User, hello. The charge on my laptop battery is low, and I don't have a spare one. Can you send me another battery, please? Me, thinking about my career choice for a second. You should have received a charging cable when you were given the laptop. Do you have that? User, well, I have this blue cable with plastic clips on both ends. Me, that is a network cable. The one you are needing is black and has a power brick in the middle of it. It will be quite large. User, oh, I will go look for that. Thank you. Call ends. I just don't. I just don't know some days. You can close the ticket. I only needed to open it for my metrics. A few years ago, I was working at a company that was trying to adopt the lean methodology of working. Unfortunately, due to company culture, it led to a lot of finger pointing and teams trying to justify inefficiency by blaming others. We had been wondering for a while why a particular team tended to have a lot more calls and tickets to the IT service desk. The calls were often for issues that would fix themselves. For example, we got a ticket that said the printer was performing a cleaning cycle. Another ticket said Windows updates performed at inappropriate time. The list went on of many trivial, unspecific requests of IT from this department. Within the IT team, it was somebody's job to spot trends, and then a follow-up ticket would be opened up to help determine root cause of issues and improve efficiency. In this case, we could clearly see a trend that there were a lot of tickets, but there was no discernible pattern. On an off chance that maybe a wireless access point was failing in that area, our team followed up with some of the tickets that complained of general slowness, the network being down, or the page won't load. The usual answer was that it just works now and thank you for your time, but you can close the ticket. One person, however, was very honest and said you can close the ticket, I only needed to open it for my metrics. I replied, wouldn't it be better to fix the problem so you wouldn't have lost a productivity? The person replied, the computer really wasn't that slow, that you need to do anything. So I ended the call and the next day had lunch with some of my friends in that department to get the real scoop. Apparently, since the push towards lean methodology and efficient had come into being, there was a bonus being offered if you could meet certain unrealistic productivity goals. If you had greater than 2 IT service tickets in a month, your productivity expectation was lowered by a percentage for that month. Apparently, this bonus, although based on productivity, provided loopholes to blame others within the company on a team's lack of productivity. A lot of people figure it out that it was very easy to create and then close IT tickets. I left the company years ago, but I am curious if this practice still continues. Come fix it at lunchtime. This may be just a general thing I've found throughout my 10-year life as a field tech, but does anyone else find that users seem to completely look past the fact that IT people get a lunch break too? Prompted from an ongoing call today with a user. User, hi, when can you sort my phone out? It's urgent. After diagnosing the issue, decide to replace the handset. Me, okay, when are you available for me to do this swap? User, error. Well, actually, I'm really busy today, can you do it tomorrow lunchtime? Me, okay, I normally lunch myself at 12, shall we say 12:30? User, 12 would be better for me as I have a lot of important calls to do at 12:30. Heavy sigh. Me, okay, I'll put a reminder in my calendar. Now I get it, we need to be flexible with our work, but come on man, we ain't filter feeding amoebas who can eat as we go. We're humans too. Oh. And to add to this, when you eventually get your lunch and you're clearly eating, users will walk in completely disregarding the fact you're on lunch and demand help immediately. Just wondered if this is a common thing? I'd never think about interrupting someone's break time, let alone demanding they shift their entire being to you in an instant. Your CEO. Your CEO. Your CEO. Your CEO. This is possibly the most underdeveloped customer I've ever seen. I feel like this could be a supervillain origin story, or the start of anti-tech support Batman. I'm surprised this individual can function in society at all. User submits a feature request. Customer support explains how the existing functionality works. User unhappy. User, read this very carefully. I know how CSAT works. It's your bread and butter, right? Yep, I used to work in a call center too. I will chat every day and give a 0 ratings to all until it reaches your CEO. Right. Your CEO. 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 User, I am gonna get all of you in trouble. I promise. Winky face emoji. Some people really should be kept away from computers.